Hello everyone and welcome to Digital Card Enthusiast. My name is Nate, also known across the internet as Thrawn Omega. And today we're going to go over the Zacian Theme Deck that came with the Pokemon Trading Card Games Rebel Clash expansion. This deck, of course, all about the featured Pokemon Zacian, the Sword exclusive Pokemon from the most recent games here. This is as far as energy goes, an entirely a metal energy style deck. And there's only one 3-stage evolution here. Your one basic Pokemon that's got 2 evolutions is Idove, which has a meta ability if your opponent is in fighting Pokemon. Or, I'm sorry, you can search for your deck for other Pokemon that have fighting resistance. So it can help search up its own evolutions. Because it just says 2 Pokemon, they don't have to be basics. Razor Wing is a 20 damage attack when there's 2 energy on it. Stage 2, same 2 energy gets you 40, 3 energy gets you 60. At its highest level, you can use Daunt, deal 50 damage, their attacks become weaker. Or you can do 150 damage with Air Slash and then have to discard an energy from the Pokemon. You have two stage evolutions, or 1 stage from a basic into a basic 1 level up evolution. You've got Nose Pass into Probopass. This is a very good ability here. Gravitational Drop, only 1 metal energy needed. This attack does 30 more damage for each star in the opponent active Pokemon's retreat cost. So just to use this own Pokemon as an example, there's 4 stars here. That'd be an additional 30, 60, 90, 120 damage. This can be a 130 damage attack for just 1 energy. That's very, very powerful. It's a nice way to deal some heavy hits to some of your opponent's top shelf, really high tier Pokemon for a very low energy cost if you're able to swap him in a timely fashion. Hawlucha is your fixer here. Don't know that I would use this Pokemon as a damage dealer with just speed attack for 30. The real reason to want to have this one out is hand fixing. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 5 cards. If you're stuck with a hand that you don't really like at the moment, isn't helping you out, Hawlucha can help fix that. Your Berserker, this can also be a very, very strong attack. It is subject to some RNG though, a little bit of luck. Flip 3 coins. This does 80 damage for each heads. So this could be potentially an entirely blank attack that does nothing. You get 1 heads for 80, that's good. 2 for 160 is very good. 240 for all 3 is going to one-shot a lot of different Pokemon, especially in the theme deck area where you'd be playing this deck. So potentially very, very powerful, but you do have to worry about the variance there. And then, of course, your title Pokemon, Zacian. Energy Stream, attach a energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon, the Metal Energy. I'm sure somebody's going to hit me up in the comments if I'm calling it Metal Energy and it's actually something else, but I think that's what it is. Smashing Edge, 120. Flip a coin. If it's tails, you have to discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Energy Stream helps you get 1 of those back on the next turn, and then you'd have your normal energy drop for the turn. There are some cards in the deck like Metal Saucer that will also let you get 1 of those discarded energy tokens back and slap it on a Pokemon. Then you've got your standard trainer and item cards in here. You've got Switch so that you can flop a couple Pokemon around without having to pay their retreat costs. Pokemon Catcher, you can potentially remove your opponent's problematic Pokemon to get something else out there. You've got Hops in the deck to draw cards. Dan is in here to help you draw more cards. The Professor's Research. Grandma is in here to help you discard your hand and draw cards. OK Kid helps you play Go Fish. So there's a lot of support in the deck to help you get to finding these Pokemon and getting them out. The ones I personally would lean on the most heavily are obviously your title Pokemon Zacian, and I would not sleep on Probopass. This is going to put in a lot of work in most matchups. Probably third place being Berserker just due to the randomness, and everything else in here you're using to try to get to that point of having one of those Pokemon out to deal some major hurt. So that's the general overview of the deck and how it wants to work here. So let's go to a few games and see how it works in action. So this is going to be an uphill battle. The deck that our opponent is using is one of the strongest decks in the theme deck meta by far. That Charizard deck is a straight up 10 out of 10 on the power level. So we'll see how this goes. This is a pretty good starting hand though. We've got Nose Pass and the evolution. Have a Zacian here, have a couple energy to get things moving, and have Hop for card draw. So this is a pretty darn good hand. This is about as good as I think you can really ask for here. I will keep that and be all right with. We have another Zacian. Put an energy on the Nose Pass. Cannot evolve it because it's turn 1. We'll use Hop to draw some cards. Throw down Hawlucha, if the game will let me here, to pad out the bench. I can tackle, so okay. Go ahead and take the chip damage and pass over the turn. Next turn, upgrade here. This is still just going to be a 10 damage attack versus Charmander because there's only 1 in the retreat cost. I think that's... Oh, this does 30 more damage. So actually, whoa, that's a minimum of 40. I misspoke earlier. That's pretty powerful. Now, Farfetch got swapped out for presumably card draw. Collect to draw 2 cards. Keep this moving towards heavy impact. I'm going to draw 3 more cards with Hop again. And throw down the gravitational drop. Yep, that's 40 damage for just 1 in the retreat cost. So that is a very, very strong ability. And I would almost favor this Pokemon over Zacian actually, just for the consistency. This is 120 and you risk losing energy. This is 120 and there's no downside. Both abilities cost 3. I mean, this is probably your strongest Pokemon in the deck. 140 HP versus 120. Yeah, they just wouldn't sell as well if they called it the Probopass theme deck. But that's what we're looking at here, folks. Very, very strong deck. Do I want to discard my hand and draw 7? No, I'm going to use you first. Draw a couple and see how rock paper scissors goes. Last round it ended in a draw. Okay, I said scissors. I'm gonna say paper this time. No, I did not win. Go with heavy impact. Get Farfetch done. Take a prize card. This is Poke Kid. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand. So I probably want... Oh, this is the evolution of Pidove. So I can slap this here. I probably want to find the stage 3 then. Appalash goes for agility. Ooh, weak to fire. Tails, though, it's not immune to damage. That is good news for us. Use Poke Kid to find the ultimate version here on Pheasant. That. And I need to start putting some energy on some other things. You're weak to fire. Yeah, so not only is this the strongest deck, one of the strongest decks we're going against, but it also has a type advantage against this deck too, so I'm really fighting uphill on this. But let's go the heavy impact to kill off Rapidash. That Pokemon's ability to completely negate damage from an attack is going to be extremely problematic as things move forward in this matchup here. Charmander now out. Pokemon Trainer Club looks for basic Pokemon. I will be doing a review on this video, or on this deck our opponent is playing as well in the future, because I have this one too. I've played this extensively. It's a very, very good deck. So Charizard means the death of Probopass here, probably. Grab the energy, you can do the continuous Blaze Ball. Hopefully I'm making the correct decision here. I'm gonna throw out our Burb, because no metal or no fire weakness here. That is the biggest problem right now, is fire. Throw down an energy here and hit with the Daunt, which is going to make that fire attack weaker next turn by 50 points of damage. So that should guarantee that Unpheasant survives an attack from Charizard and can finish it off next turn with an Air Slash. Actually, would not have to be an Air Slash. A Daunt's going to do it with Charizard at 100 points of damage. Retreated it, bring out Farfetch'd, and draw 2 cards. Okay. That buys a turn. Is there a metal? Is this my entire discard? No. I do have 3 metal in the discard. I'm going to get you upgraded to Air Slash. I want to use the Metal Saucer to grab a metal and put one on Zacian. Even though it's weak in this matchup, those attacks are strong, so hopefully can use towards getting some one-shots. And then we'll hit with the Air Slash. You finish off Farfetch, prevent further card draw from the opponent. Take a card past the turn. So far things are going well. Okay, there's 30. Yeah, so that's the opponent's plan, was to do a swap out, because now grabbing 2 energy, the Charizard's going to live here. This attack will do 150 with the added energy, and that is going to take out Unpheasant. However, Charizard is not long for this world. I have the next move. Zacian's going to come in. I will throw another Pidove on the bench. I can put an energy here. Energy Stream will allow me to grab an energy from the discard pile onto this, and the 30 damage will be enough by itself to finish off Charizard. At this point, I think I do want to use Grandma to discard these couple cards and draw a full hand up to 7. And let's use Energy Stream here to finish off Charizard. Choose an energy to attach this Pokemon. I will take that. Now, Energy, or Smashing Edge is online for the next turn. And got Probopass, so this play is going to be online again, and something that I can build up for here. 2 prize cards remaining from victory. The opponent's still at 4. So, despite facing one of the strongest decks that you can face in theme decks, and one that has a type advantage against Zacian here, this particular game is going extremely well. The opponent going for a Timer Ball here. That was a big womp womp. 2 tails. Did not get to fish for any evolution Pokemon, which hurts, because that is a bench full of basics, and that is a deck that is all about wanting to evolve things. make them as big and nasty as possible. You are the ultimate. I don't have a stage 2 here. You never have too many cards. Let's play some rock, paper, scissors. The rock this time. See if I can win. Not. I do win. I wish there was an animation that gave you some context on what they picked and how all of that worked out. I've already thrown down an energy for this turn. So let's do Smashing Edge. Say goodbye to Farfetch. You lose 2 energy. I don't think that's going to matter at this point. I got the Pokemon Catcher too. Flip a coin if heads. Switch one of their bench Pokemon for one of their active ones. I probably want to use that here to bring out something, to attempt to bring out something that I can one-shot. And that will end this game with 1 prize card. Especially because... oh wait, no, that was that coin flip was for burning. So... Although I cannot... I cannot one-shot on Energy Stream. Well, we'll get the energy there anyway. 18 cards in deck, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw 3 more. Worry about decking myself. Always evolve when you can. And now let's try to get rid of this. And what is the weakest? You have 1 as a retreat cost. You have 2 as a retreat cost. You have 2. Oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna bring you out because that's gonna be the biggest inconvenience to try to get rid of. Hopefully, I'm not making a mistake here. And now that can be finished off next turn with an energy play on it. Ooh, gets the evolution, but that's 3 to attack. So that's not an immediate threat to knock us down. So it does help fish for evolutions. And it cannot retreat. It's 2 energy away from retreating. That's stuck out there. That's 10 points short of being dead. Oh, 120 plus, he was 150 points of damage. The switch comes out. Rapidash is coming out here to deal flame. Ooh, that will kill with the flame damage. Okay, that was unfortunate. And now you're weak to flame. You're not weak to flame. You have no energy on you. Okay, yeah, this took a turn. Okay, what do I want to do? I just make you the sacrificial lamb to power up one of my other Pokemon. How have I not? Oh, that's Meowth. Man, I can't. I'm still not used to the Galarian looking Meowth. I've had this, and I could have put this on the bench the whole time. I'm like, that's Berserker. I don't know. Why am I not finding my basic Meowths? I think I'm going to give you up and just work towards... Okay, kid. Let's see what I can find here. Have the Tranquil Evolution. Yeah, this is getting a little tricky now. With that Nidoqueen on the bench to help play the Evolution game. Pass the turn. Not attack here. This is only a 1 cost to retreat, and Probopass is a 4 cost to retreat. When this thing goes out, it's never coming back. Not paying 4 to withdraw that. The good news here being we only need 1 prize card to win. So only have to figure out how to knock out. There's no killing in Pokemon. It's not that kind of game. Have to knock out 1 Pokemon and it's over. So this becomes a large energy management game here, and making sure that I can spread the energy around enough to be able to perform a knockout. Charizard is going to take 20 points of damage, and that's going to be death to Unpheasant. Robopass is not going to survive a Charizard hit. You are not weak to fire in your... Okay. Well, dealing 120 means Charizard can't do its attack now without killing itself. The Roaring Resolve requires it to take 2 damage counters. That can't be done, so now the only way to get it out of there is going to be a switch card. That'd pretty much be it. Because you can only play 1 energy a turn, so Charizard is not going to be retreating here. These can't attack from the bench, so you can go ahead and Queen's Call to fish up some evolutions. That would be a good looking board, but we got so far ahead here that I think this is GG, barring a switch and something unforeseen. Yeah, they're saying well played. They well played as well. It was a very competitive game. This is exactly the sort of gameplay you like when you're trying to show off the deck. They go for that. That kills him. I should get the prize card here, and that is good game. That was a very intense matchup. I think that did a good job of showing the kind of gameplay that you can expect from this deck, and that there is some good power here. That the deck we played against was one of the strongest pre-con decks within the theme universe, and this deck managed to win. And it was also not a favored matchup. Many of these Pokemon are weak to fire, and that is a fire deck. So a lot of good times can be had here. Overall, having played with this deck, I enjoy it. I like what it's trying to do. I think the play pattern is pretty straightforward and not super complicated to set up and get moving. I would recommend this one as one to pick up and enjoy if you're just looking for some casual theme games within the Pokemon trading card game. So I want to thank you all for watching. Hope this was informative and helped you out a little bit, and of course stick around. Always going to be more videos coming on Digital Card Enthusiast. I know these first couple are focused on Pokemon, but there are things for a wealth of other games coming. So thank you again. Have a great day.